It's never the same thing here on Turner Chi-Town, and we are back 773-966-2494. Ray Cole, I'm Jake Turner, and also we got Mario Tirabassi from Blackhawk up on Fansided.com. Check it out. As he said, he believes that the Chicago Blackhawks are going to go back to the Stanley Cup and win it all, and he brought out some excellent points about that. But switching gears with football here for a minute, but actually we're going to jump back to hockey here. Gary Bettman, okay, and we know what this guy is all about, and I'd have to say he's the worst commissioner in sports. That's my opinion, even though the ratings have jumped up, the contracts are bigger for TV, but now he's talking about concussions and CTE not being a big deal as a hockey writer. What do you think about that, Mario?
I assume we're not allowed to swear, so it's very poopy. The science behind concussions and CTE was, trying to be dismissed so much by the NFL, and it became so apparent that, okay, the link is there. It is clear as day. And the NFL, an organization that has so much influence that it could take over the country if it wanted to, had to say, okay, you're right. CTE and concussions, they are tied together. We're going to pay out this money to help these former players that are suffering from these issues. Okay. They basically had to, swallow the tough pill and say, you know what, we can't deny this anymore. We have to move forward with this, legislation or medical stuff, whatever. For the NHL and Gary Bettman to come out and say, no, there's no link. It's unbelievable, and it ties into why the league is so far behind the other three major leagues in the country.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Has the NHL had any questionable suicides?
Yeah, they've had a couple players that have passed away that had brain issues.
Very quick. That's what I thought.
And the last, maybe the last half dozen years, there was, Derek Bugard of the
I remember
Rangers
that.
in the Wild.
Yes.
Wade Belak.
Enforcer.
Yeah.
Oh,
These guys that made their dollars off of basically being, like you said, enforcers in the league and taking fights and bare knuckle punching people in the head. And so, yeah, people like that have been affected by that out of the NHL, and for them to just say, no, it's not true, is total BS.
How can you even say that? I don't understand what Bettman is thinking here. He gets booed everywhere he goes. But I'll bring up a good example here. How long was Cindy Crosby out with a concussion? Think about that for a second. And now, yeah, it's great that he's back here, but to even come on and say, oh, concussions, oh, please. What are we going to do, concussion hockey edition? Is Dr. Benamalu going to go investigate now hockey players? It's insanity. It's insanity. Especially with the NFL, they're so strict on that. And the NBA came out yesterday. The Players Union is going to give health care to their players now, which means that they can also study in on their medical ideas as well. Possibly with concussions coming up. We've had a couple of those also in the NBA. But why is the NHL so backwards with this? I don't get it. They're always on the cusp of being something great, and then they just fall apart. When are they going to say enough is enough to Bettman?
I think the thing is, he's been the only commissioner that the league has ever had.
True.
So they really, the rest of the owners have only known Gary Bettman. So he is going to be, they're going to be loyal to him. He's going to be loyal to them, and it's really all about what money is being funneled into the league. Now, the NFL has so much money that they can pay all of these, concussion settlements. They can pay these medical, services that they can provide to former players. The NHL does not have that luxury. They don't have $1 billion. Exaggerating, but they don't have the NFL's kind of money to throw around. Only a handful of teams in the NHL actually record profits. It's
I'm not surprised by that. Have you ever seen a Florida Panthers game? It's like a tomb.
It's a lot of markets are growing, but they're starting to expand, and they're going to expand into Las Vegas. And it's a league that's really trying to, obviously they're trying to keep up with the rest of the major leagues in the country and in North America.
Yes.
But they're starting to stretch a little thin, and it's starting to affect the financial, well-being of the league.
You think it'll take advertisers pulling out for them to take it seriously?
I mean, that would be a huge blow. I mean, and the thing is, the NHL, I mean, they don't have the big TV contracts like the NBA and the NFL are getting. They're on NBC. That's great. They were on ESPN for a while. And the thing is,
I miss those days.
Their biggest TV deal before getting onto NBC Universal was with Versus. I mean, how many people knew what channel Versus was? So they try to be one of the big contenders, and it always seems like they stumble over themselves trying to keep up.
And speaking about the contender, you could talk about Versus. One of my favorite shows was the contender with Sylvester Stallone and Sugar Ray Leonard. That was so cool.
That was a good show.
I remember that. Yeah.
Versus came out with this bargain basement version that Stallone had nothing to do with, and they got Tony Danza to be the host. And I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like,
he's kind of Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
he played a boxer on the show.
Nonsensical
Taxi.
way. Hey, we got some people outside of State Street right now waving to us. Thanks, appreciate it. We're talking to Mario Tirabassi of Blackhawk Up on Fansided.com. He's Ray Cole. I'm Jake Turner. It's Turner Chi-Town, 773-966-2494.